UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov, Abu Dhabi, August 3rd, UFC Fight Night. The whole card, the whole main card, of course, has been announced. Sandhagen, Umar, Diaz, Luque, Vera, Figueiredo, Godinez and Dern, Ferguson, Chiesa, and we also have on the prelims Azamat, Murzakanov, and Alonzo, Menifield. I also got word Shamil Gaziev will be on the card, which is going to make it so stacked because Shamil was just in a main event, and then one more, Atman Azaitar, also is going to be on the card. So we got a lot of stuff making this card good, and it's not even done yet. This is the main card, but we still have bangers to come on the prelims as well. I am going to give my early, way too early predictions for this UFC Fight Night, which is just, it's an amazing card. First fight, Alonzo Menifield and Azamat Murzakanov is on the prelims. I still don't know how, but it's such a banger. It is, number 14 versus number 13. And you got to remember, Dominic Reyes and unranked Dustin Jacoby, who both Azamat and Alonzo Menifield have a win over. Dominic Reyes and Dustin Jacoby is the co-main events for their UFC Fight Night. This is on the prelims. Higher ranked guys who have beaten Dustin Jacoby before. They're on the prelims. That just shows you how stacked this card is. And it's a really, really, really fun fight. Alonzo Menifield had a war with Jimmy Crute. The banger Misha Serganov fight. The Jimmy Crute fight, again, was really, really fun. The Dustin Jacoby fight was really good. For as long as it lasted, the Uberg fight was very good. Every Azamat fight in the UFC has been a banger as well, whether he's getting the knockout with the flying knee or body shot, or the decision win against Dustin Jacoby. Now, Azamat hasn't fought in a while Alonzo just fought, and he's already getting another fight booked. I guess he's taking a page out of Jamal Hill's book, trying to fight again, kind of right off that crazy knockout loss, trying to get back in the win column ASAP, but this is going to be a banger. I am going to go with Azamat Murzakanov. I'm going Azamat Murzakanov to win. He is younger. He is more powerful than Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo can be more technical when he wants to, but he's gonna make it a brawl. I mean, there's gonna be all the Abu Dhabi fans booing Alonzo Menifield, rooting for their guy Azamat Murzakanov, and I think he's gonna be reckless like he was with Carlos Ulberg. Not as much. That's kind of crazy what he did against Carlos Ulberg, but he's gonna be a little bit reckless. You can't do that with Azamat Murzakanov. He's the professional KO artist, in fact. And I do have Azamat Murzakanov cracking him with a big shot in round 1 or in round 2. Such a good fight, though. Tony Ferguson, Michael Chiesa. I mean, you can see right here, it combines, what is this? So 3 for Michael Chiesa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A combined 10-fight losing streak between these two fighters. And it's going to be on the main card of this UFC Fight Night. Tony has lost to, of course, a lot of very, very good guys, and then Paddy Pimblett. I'm not gonna lump him in there with a lot of good guys. Chiesa, on the other hand, has also lost to a lot of good guys. I don't know why I said on the other hand. Vicente, Luque, ranked. Sean Brady, top 10. Kevin Holland, is he ranked still? He's still ranked in the top 15. So all ranked welterweights currently. He did lose to all of them. Before that, of course, he did beat Rafael dos Anjos and Neil Magny, which are 2 very, very solid wins. He submitted Beneil Dariush, he submitted Jim Miller. He's just younger. I mean, I'm going to be honest, he hasn't looked the same in his recent fights, but he's looked a heck of a lot better than Tony Ferguson has. And the odds have came out for this fight. Chiesa is a 4-1 favorite, as he should be. We saw what Beneil did to Tony. We saw what Paddy just did to Tony Ferguson. I think Chiesa is a bigger and a little bit better grappler. I shouldn't have said bigger. I mean, Paddy's freaking big. But he's a better grappler than Paddy Pimblett, in my opinion. So, again, if Paddy's doing it, Chiesa's doing it, if Beneil is doing it, I think Chiesa is better than both of them on the map. I mean, he submitted Beneil Dariush, so I do believe, unfortunately, it is going to be one of those where Chiesa's grinding to a decision. I'm hoping, Chiesa's coming off that Darce loss to Kevin Holland. We know Tony has a good Darce. Hoping for that Tony Darce choke, but most likely Michael Chiesa, 29-28. decision. Please, hopefully that's not the case though. Mackenzie Dern and Lupita Godinez in the women's strawweight division, similar age, both coming off some losses here. I don't know why Lupita is getting a step up inside of the rankings. She is at number 10 in this women's strawweight division, and she's fighting number 7 after a loss. I don't know why. They should have given it to Angela Hill because she's deserving of a step up. They could have given it to Yasmin Lucindo. She's deserving of a step up. I mean, there's so many girls they could have given it to. But this is the fight they decided to go with. I am going to go for Lupita to win, though. I mean, even though she doesn't deserve the shot, we've kind of seen what Amanda Lemos, Jessica Andrade, Yan Xiaonan have done with Mackenzie Dern. And that is strike her to death. She's not a good striker. She has no hands. She has no feet. She has no wrestling. Lupita has better wrestling. She's going to dictate where this fight goes, make it a striking match, which Dana White was so clever to say in his announcement video, saying 2 women's strawweights that are really good strikers. Ridiculous for Dana White to say. But, I mean, I guess he's going to be right in that they are going to strike, most likely. And who's the better striker? Well, it's Lupita Godinez as well. You don't have to know how to strike to be a better striker than Mackenzie Dern. I got Lupita by unanimous decision. Again, she doesn't deserve it, but we'll see what happens. Lupita, UD. Marlon Vera, Deiveson, Figueiredo in the women's bantamweight division. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Deiveson is coming off 2 wins in a row at bantamweight, beating Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt. We got a former top 5 guy in the bantamweight division and a former champ of the UFC bantamweight division. He's getting up there in age, but he doesn't look like it in the slightest. I would say grappling-wise, I might have to go Deiveson Figueiredo to be the better grappler than Marlon Chito Vera. Just ever so slightly. And then I think the striking is very, very 50-50. You can toss it up right into the air on that one. But I do believe that the grappling is actually going to be the key, like we saw in the Cory Sandhagen fight. Cory's not a grappler. He was able to out-grapple Marlon Vera in there. Deiveson isn't necessarily a grappler per se, but he definitely is the better grappler than Marlon Vera, ever so slightly. They could strike for 3 rounds. I would expect a split decision either way that I don't even know who's going to win in that point. Could go either way. But if you mix in takedowns, if you mix in a little bit of ground and pound that we've been seeing a little bit more from Deiveson Figueiredo recently, I think that's going to be the key. Deiveson Figueiredo, unanimous. He's not finishing Marlon Vera. Come on, guys. Deiveson, unanimous decision. Vicente Luque and Nick Diaz in the welterweight division. Yeah, I'm going to go Luque by knockout. I don't really want to see this fight, to be honest, but the fact that Luque just has not been looking that good recently, he got, knocked out badly by Jeff Neal. I believe he had the brain hemorrhage situation. Then he just, pulled guard against Buckley and got TKO. Really weird fights and really weird performances from Luque, but, Nick Diaz, has also been having some really weird performances recently, if you want to count 2 years and 8 months ago recently. Lost to Robbie Lawler, of course, by TKO. Kind of quit a little bit there. Sat down. Yeah, as bad as Vicente Luque has been fighting recently, we're not going to talk about the Rafael dos Anjos one. That was a decent performance. Aside from that, the other recent fights, he has been looking very, very weird, but it's not that weird to where I'm like, Vicente Luque's done. He should retire. Because obviously he's still getting fights like this that are going to make him some good money, and that he should win. He should knock out Nick Diaz here. Robbie, at his stage, Robbie was not that good of a striker, and he was still able to knock him out. Now Diaz is older. Now he has to cut more weight to the UFC welterweight division against a guy that still has power, might not have a chin, but he does still have power. Vicente should knock him out. Unfortunately, these Tapology predictions are pretty likely. I'm hoping somehow Diaz wins and we see Nick Diaz in the top 15. Boy, that would be insane. But yeah, Vicente by TKO. Cory Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov in the bantamweight division. Cory did lose 2 in a row to Dillashaw and Piotr Yan. The Dillashaw one was a robbery. The Piotr Yan fight was for the interim title. It was very, very good, very, very fun, very, very close. But he came back after that with really, really good main event wins. Rob Font, Yadong Song, and Marlon Chito Vera. Obviously, He should have probably gotten the title shot, but he was injured, so he wasn't able to. He probably still should get it after Merab Dvalishvili. He should probably wait, but he wants to stay active. He wants to fight the best contenders, and he chose to fight Umar Nurmagomedov, who, if we look at his record, who has he beaten? Sergey hasn't fought in a year or two. I believe he's coming off a loss to someone else. Brian is kind of poo-poo. Nate Maness is losing to flyweights now. Rayoni Barcelos has lost to a lot of other guys. In the bantamweight division, nowhere near the level of Cory Sandhagen. And Beksat Almakhan is a flyweight, and he fought him on short notice. And Beksat was able to drop Umar. I mean, why is Umar getting this fight? I don't know. He's obviously undeserving, just like Lupita, I was saying earlier. And betting odds are betting odds. Tapology is tapology, and my prediction is my prediction. I'm going with, well, almost with. I thought 52% were going Sandhagen. I'm 52% leaning for Cory Sandhagen to win this fight. Cory is a 3-1, 4-1 underdog on some bookies. Makes no sense in my opinion. Cory is a better striker than Umar. His grappling has been getting so much better fight after fight after fight. He's not going to get ridden out for 5 rounds. He's not going to get submitted by Umar Nurmagomedov. It's going to be a striking match. I know people like to say, oh, Umar is the one Dagestani that really does have very good striking. He's going to outstrike Cory. Then he's going to take him down. He's not going to outstrike Cory. It's not happening. And Cory is not getting ridden out on the ground. Cory Sandhagen, 48-47 decision. Cash that plus money for the underdog. Let's get it. That is my full card prediction for UFC Abu Dhabi, Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov. I have underdog Cory Sandhagen by decision. I got Vicente Luque by knockout. Figueiredo by a decision. I'm forgetting what those odds were. I'm gonna pull that one up really quick. I don't remember what the odds are for Marlon Cheeto Vera. I'm very curious. I'm assuming it's like a 50-50. That would be my best guess for this fight. Deiveson is a very slight favorite. He started 50-50, but now he is not. Umar is now almost a 3-1 favorite. He started at a 4-1 favorite. And Vicente Luque is a 5-1 favorite. Some crazy odds right there. I got Luque, I got Figueiredo by decision. Lupita, I got her by a decision. I got Michael Chiesa by a decision. I'm hoping for some finishes here. But we got to finish here. I got Azamat by TKO. Very good fight card. Amazing announcements. Yeah, put your predictions down below. Check that pinned comment to see all my bets coming up. UFC 302.